Welcome back to the Daily Buzz. Have you ever wondered just how far the human mind can be pushed? Some of the most groundbreaking psychological experiments have revealed shocking truths about behavior, obedience, and the power of the mind. Today, we're diving into 7 psychological experiments that changed the world. But before we begin, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dives into mind-blowing topics. Let's get started. In 1971, psychologist Philip Zimbardo conducted an experiment at Stanford University that would go down in history as one of the most controversial of all time. College students were divided into 2 groups, prisoners and guards, and placed in a simulated prison. What happened next was terrifying. The guards, given absolute power, quickly turned abusive, while the prisoners became submissive and psychologically broken. The study was meant to last 2 weeks. It was shut down after just 6 days. This shocking experiment revealed just how easily people conform to roles of authority and oppression. It raised serious ethical questions about psychological research and power dynamics. How far would you go if an authority figure ordered you to hurt someone? That's exactly what Stanley Milgram wanted to find out in the 1960s. Participants were instructed to administer increasing electric shocks to another person every time they answered a question incorrectly. What they didn't know was that the shocks weren't real. The terrifying result? 65% of participants went all the way to the highest voltage, even when they believed they were seriously harming the other person. This experiment revealed the dark side of obedience, showing how ordinary people can commit horrifying acts when following orders. This one is disturbing. In 1920, psychologist John B. Watson wanted to see if fear could be conditioned. He took a baby, famously known as Little Albert, and exposed him to a white rat. At first, Albert wasn't afraid. But then, every time he reached for the rat, Watson made a loud, terrifying noise. Over time, Albert began to fear not just the rat, but anything white and fluffy. Rabbits, dogs, even Santa Claus beards. This experiment proved how phobias can be learned, but was later condemned for its lack of ethics, especially because little Albert was never desensitized to his fears. Are we born aggressive, or do we learn violence? In 1961, psychologist Albert Bandura conducted the famous Bobo doll experiment to find out. He showed children a video of adults aggressively hitting and kicking an inflatable doll. Then, when the children were left alone with the same doll, they copied the violent behavior. This study transformed our understanding of social learning, showing that children model behavior, especially from adults. It changed the way we think about violence in the media, and even led to changes in parenting and education. Ever felt pressured to agree with the group, even when you knew they were wrong? That's exactly what psychologist Solomon Asch wanted to test in 1951. Participants were shown a simple question: which line is the longest? The answer was obvious, but when actors in the group intentionally gave the wrong answer, 75% of real participants also conformed at least once. This experiment proved the power of social pressure and how easily people conform, even when they know they're wrong. It's a reminder that standing your ground isn't always easy. In the 1970s, psychologist Walter Mischel created the Marshmallow Test to study self-control. He placed a marshmallow in front of a child and gave them a choice: eat it now, or wait 15 minutes and get 2 marshmallows. Years later, follow-ups revealed that kids who waited tended to be more successful in life, proving that self-discipline is a key predictor of future success. This study is still referenced today in parenting, education, and even business. How does conflict between groups start, and how can it be resolved? In the 1950s, psychologist Muzaffar Sharif conducted the Robbers Cave experiment with young boys at a summer camp. First, he split them into two rival groups and created competition. Quickly, hostility and aggression escalated. But then, he introduced problems that forced them to work together, and their rivalry disappeared. This experiment shaped modern psychology's understanding of group conflict, teaching us that common goals and cooperation can unite even the most divided groups. And that's it. 7 psychological experiments that changed the world. Some shocking, some fascinating, and all incredibly important. Which experiment surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Daily Buzz for more mind-blowing stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.